Dear colleagues, religious communities are living organisms that produce monuments which embellish human life. In places where people from different religions are living together, a new culture is created, characterized by the creative composition of achievements from each one of the local religious communities. Through history, people from different religions managed to coexist peacefully, implementing what is known as interreligious dialogue of life. However, this coexistence was sometimes forgotten because of intolerance and fanaticism, which use religion as a pretext to serve collective or individuals' interests. Therefore, teaching religion in school seeks to create the conditions for students to discover that fanaticism is a distortion, as well as an opposition to religion itself. This can be achieved through interreligious education and by the exploration of monuments that each religion produced at a certain time and place. In this kind of research, the use of new technologies can boost students' interest, being part of their everyday life. Simple applications such as voice and video recording, photo, web search, Google Maps are useful, familiar, and pleasant tools. Based on these considerations, last year, me and my colleague, Mr. Panos Athanasopoulos, decided to work out an educational and cultural program to explore the interreligious dialogue between the different communities through the research of selected religious sites in the medieval city of Rhodes. The aim of the whole activity was to discover the importance, the joys, and the difficulties of multi-religious coexistence. Now, let me outline the basic steps of our program. At the first step, students visit the selected religious monuments of the medieval city of Rhodes, which are the Orthodox Church of St. Phanourios, the Catholic Church of St. Francis, the Suleiman Mosque, and the Jewish Synagogue. At the next stage, students, divided into groups at school, decide which monuments they will study. The aim is to discover the historical course of each monument and to connect it with the history of each religious community. The research result can be displayed with a brief presentation. At the next stage, teachers and students discuss about the relationships between the different religious communities of Rhodes. Students study texts, songs, and works of art related to their coexistence. At the fourth step, students meet and interview by the use of mobiles the religious representatives of each community. Then they create a Google map. The monuments were marked on the map with pins of different colors and signs corresponding to the symbols of each religion. At the final stage, students are invited to present the results of the research with the production of a video, to post them on educational web pages, blogs, and other fora, or present them to the school community. Last year, our video entitled Recording the Religious Coexistence, the Medieval City of Rhodes, was presented to the third student conference of theology in the city of Xanthi. Concluding, I would like to note that the different religious communities of the medieval city of Rhodes are a living example of a high multi-religious culture and creative composition. Each monument hides the history of its people and the way that different communities manage to live together in peace, giving the modern visitor an example of reconciliation as well as peaceful and harmonious coexistence. Thank you very much for your attention.